Welcome to today's show. My name is Dave, and today I'm here to tell you about this really long lens. This is by Sigma. It's a 60 to 600 millimeter lens. This is a F4.5-6.3 lens. What is it? A DG DN OS sports lens. It's a long name, and it's a really long lens. But I want to show you what comes with the package, and I took some test photos, so I want to show you what the difference is between 60 and 600 and how well this lens works. So let's take a look, see what we get, and I'll show you some pictures. Okay, in the package you are going to get an instruction manual and warranty information and all that kind of stuff. You're going to get little Allen wrenches with little screws, and I'll show you what you might need that for in just a second. And you're going to get a strap. Now this is a neck strap or shoulder strap for the lens itself. I'll show you where that goes as well. And then you're going to get this nice case. Now this case has a shoulder strap on it as well. And when you open it up, it's got foam padding in it, and it has the lens inside. So we're going to take this out. It's got a little neck collar here thing on it, and this is the lens. Okay, a little bit of a close-up here on the lens. You do get a nice little lens a cap cover. It's a little fabric kind of cover thing for it. You are going to get a lens cap. You do get this kind of lens cap here, and then you're going to get a lens hood here, and this actually, you can unscrew this, take it off, you flip it around, and it makes your little lens hood just like that there. I'm going to show you some more information on this. We're going to measure this all out, but this is the unit itself, and I told you it was pretty big. This one is about 12 inches all collapsed down at the 60 millimeter size. I'm going to show you here what it is completely extended. So now this one is at the 600 millimeters. You're looking at about 16 inches, and then you add the lens hood on it. It's going to add another, how big is this thing here? Another 3.5 inches or so. So you can see how long this can get. The weight of this is 5.5 pounds, so it is pretty heavy as well. I hope you can see this, but there's also weather sealing. There's a little gasket here around the connection that goes to your camera. And looking at the switches, we have the autofocus, manual focus switch. You have a focus limiter. I have it on full now, but you can limit the focus on this if you want a lot quicker way of focusing. This is the optical stabilization, the OS. This makes it stable. I have some samples of showing this on and off. I'm going to show you that in just a minute. But you have the one, so it's either off, all the way off, or you have one, which is general hand holding, general everything. And then you have two, which is for panning. So if you're doing fast moving motion side to side, that's where you want to put it onto there. And then you have the custom, some custom stuff here, the C1 and C2. Now you do need to get the Sigma little docking, USB docking station thing to be able to program those. I don't have it, so I can't show you any of that. And moving on down, we do have the collar. This is attached to non-removable, but you can, if you loosen this button up, you can move this, and there's little lines here. It connects at every section. There is boom, 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 every quarter turn, and then you can lock it into place. So if you have your collar mounted, because this actually has built-in Arca Swiss tripod mounting, and there's some screws and things that you can take this off if you need to. That's what the little tools are for, by the way. Otherwise, you can just mount this right onto a tripod, which is what I have done. It works out very, very well. And then you have these little pieces here on the side for a strap. You want to put your shoulder or neck strap onto your lens and mount the camera to the lens and not the lens to the camera, because this is going to be heavier than your camera. You don't want it just sitting there on the connection. This is 5.5 pounds. This one here is your focus wheel, and we do have some custom buttons. There's 3 of these buttons around the whole lens that you can set up for like autofocus hold or anything like that you want. And this does have a zoom lock on it, so if you are at any time at at 60, you can lock it into place and it's not going to go anyplace. But you can also lock it into place every spot that has a a dot on it. So you can lock it in at 80, 100, and so on and so forth. And that prevents this from creeping out, because it does creep. If you have this upside down, it will come out if you don't have it locked. And then this is your indicators for your distances. So 60, 80, 100, 120, you can see it goes all the way up to 600 there. And this is the collar part that you're going to turn to extend this out. Now you can extend the zoom with the collar like this, or you can just grab this and pull and push it back in and out with your hands. You can do it this way, whatever way is best. And it's got a nice, it's kind of tight, not super tight, but it's tight, and it's a long throw from 60 all the way to 600 is quite a turn. I found it easier just to pull this in and out when I was working with it. And look at the end glass of this. This is a 105mm lens filter threaded situation, so you need to make sure you have some very large filters if you use filters for this lens. So that's just some of the basic features and functions of this lens. The most important thing that I think you're going to be interested in is how well does it work. So I did take a little walk, and I did some video tests as well as a lot of photos. I'm going to show you kind of both ranges from 60 and then 600. I did some stuff in between, but I wanted to show you kind of the extremes from how wide can you go to how much in. So let's go ahead and we're going to roll some video clips to it and some photos. Again, I show you the wide and then I punch in, so you get a taste of both of them. And I found some pretty cool birds, so let's take a look at that. This is optical stabilization at 60mm handheld, and this is with it on. This is optical off at 600mm. Oh wow. This is optical stabilization turned on at 600mm. So there you have it. I got some great photos and some videos. As you see, the image stabilization is very important to have on. It works really, really well. Again, from wide all the way to 600mm, you can get a lot of stuff, and it makes such a big difference. It's kind of almost a one lens does everything. It is a heavy lens at 5.5 pounds, so you don't want to be carrying it around with you too much. And when you're hand holding it up, you can only do it for a while and you have to rest. I'm working on going to the gym so I can hold this thing even longer. But if you are looking for a really good long zoom range telephoto lens, this one may be the right one for you.